Hi again, everyone. I'm olliemathews. This is Societal Narcissism. This video is sponsored by contribution from Ladies of Liberty. She gives a monthly contribution, which I'll use for this video. So, the parents of estranged adults, parents of defiant children, it's all over YouTube now. And these boomers slash late Gen Xers, but mostly boomers, they're just everywhere talking about their horrible children and what wonderful parents they are. And they're making money, they're selling books. And I made a connection watching other videos on YouTube. Specifically, if you guys ever watched the show, and I'm sure you all have, you've either seen the clips or watched the shows directly, either Scared Straight or Beyond Scared Straight, where they take, troubled teenagers, bad teenagers, misbehaving teenagers, send them into prison to scare them straight, and they're getting screamed at, they're getting yelled, they're pushed around, they're having their shoes taken from them. These inmates are threatening to rape them and do all types of horrible things. I can't play the clips because I just went through a training on YouTube. Because I have my original warning where I got which never goes away up until now. Now you can take a training to have your warning lifted. I have a warning for child endangerment from a video I had played of a queen bee whipping the shit out of her kid, screaming, yelling, cursing him out, beating this kid. And it was a video I had done, a picture-in-picture like this one, of another YouTube video of this child getting beat. My video got struck down. The original video is still up for some reason. So I had to go through this whole training where you can't do anything where you're showing the abuse or anything with a child. So I can't play those clips. But I was watching a couple of these because one, came in the suggestions, funny reactions from, them waking these kids up, scaring them, making them cry, and something became very, it was just like a light shine right on it. These kids aren't the problem. They were never the problem. The problem is, and once you see it, you can't miss it. These children are all getting abused by mostly their single queen bee mothers. Whether they're white, black, Hispanic, doesn't matter. Queen bees could be whatever color. And now they're getting screamed at because they're disrespecting their mother. They're fighting back with their mothers. They're hitting back with their mothers. And these COs, the corrections officers, and the other, how are you hitting your mother for? What is this? And the one kid said it. He goes, "You have no idea how hard my mother hits." Just like that. And it was like, of course. And if Scared Straight, again, this is another thing. If Scared Straight existed when I was a kid, my father would have definitely put me in it for whatever reason. Just for the joy and the pity supply of having a bad kid. And this is what's going on with shows like this. With this Beyond Scared Straight. Don't watch them. Because it's straight it's straight child abuse. And it's giving shade and giving cover to abusive, narcissistic, usually borderline personality disordered mothers. As the mothers are made out to be the victim, as they just have these horrible children. As if the children aren't reacting to the abuse they're getting at home. And nobody seems to be able to pick up on this. Well, because there's no money. In picking up and going after the parent. Seems to be a lot of money in yelling at children. And that's who these people are who are making these estranged adult videos now. These are just narcissistic abusers seeking pity supply now. These are the same type of parents that took no responsibility for why their children were lashing out, why their children were coping with drugs and alcohol and were getting violent and finally pushing back when they hit 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. None. And they could send off their children to be publicly humiliated on national television. These are the same people who do this. So we have another one here. And this woman, she's written 3 books on bad children. Okay? And she has a YouTube channel that has 3 videos. The videos all have like 7,000 views on them each. She don't have that many subscribers. But it just goes to show you, I'm back up to 31,000 subscribers again. Because I haven't really posted anything political. And that's going to be a subject for another video. Because I'm going to have to do something to keep it moving. These are the type of videos that are being pushed, that are being recommended. Because I don't look for these people. They all are now popping up on my recommended. They might have been there before and I just didn't notice them. But I'm finding these people as they pop up on recommended videos. Because once you watch one, they're going to send you to 10 others. Here we go.
Hi everybody, I'm Sherry McGregor and I'm the author of these Done with the Crying series of books.
Buy my book. Buy my book.
Estranged adult children. And
buy my book. I'll tell you why it's not your fault. I'll tell you why it's, it's all your awful children. We did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong.
Founder of the website rejectedparents.net. And today I want to talk to you about goals. That's those big ideas.
Notice the sing-song vocal fry. The sing-song vocal fry. And once again, what do we have? We have crazy SSRI eyes going on here. With her tuft of gray hair.
Ideas and dreams that we have, and we put our heart and soul into, and we step out, sometimes not even knowing how we're going to get there, and we just trust that we're gonna find a way.
Oh, we do everything right. We do everything. We're so loving. We're so loving. No idea why our children end up the way they are. None. Has nothing to do with me.
They mean a lot to us. And once upon a time, we all had a goal or two in life.
Whenever you start something by once upon a time means what you're saying is a fairy tale. It's not real. So it's kind of fitting that she would start a video on once upon a time. Because everything that follows once upon a time is a fairy tale. It's not real. It's like magic.
And while we don't usually think about parenting as a goal, for most of us, that's exactly how it was. We did our best from conception forward to protect that little life, to give our sons and daughters these wonderful lives to the best of our ability.
You notice, and this is a neurolinguistic tell. When she says we protect our children, we give them, she shakes her head no. That's her subconscious. See, that is a subconscious response. Where the subconscious is telling you, like, no, don't believe me. That's a lie. Watch. It's very subtle, but that's how it works.
Sons and daughters, these wonderful lives to the best of our ability, even when it wasn't easy, because it wasn't always easy. We were there for all the joy and the laughter and the fun, but we were also there for the sick times, the broken bones or skinned knees, the big bill.
Notice. When she says something negative, her head goes yes to say the opposite. When she says something positive, her head's going no. So that is a telltale sign of everything she's saying is reversed. So yeah, it is a once upon a time.
And so on. And we truly believe that if we just stepped out and did our best, that those children would grow into these lovely adults and we would have this connection forever. And we were taught that.
I did my best. I guess your best wasn't good enough.
In fact, Even today, there's billions of experts out there who tell parents what to do, how to act, so that, and it's like a promise that we get that.
Again, you need to be told. Again, this goes back to the whole manual thing. There was no manual. Now you need to be told. You need to be told not to call your child names. You got to be told not to compete with your daughter. You got to be told not to emasculate your son. You got to be told not to physically assault your children, to sexually assault them, to serve them up to boyfriends. That's all stuff you need to be told. You have to be told not to neglect your children. This is all. You need to be told this stuff. I guess you do when you live in fairyland.
If we just do our part, then our kids will turn out to be great. They'll respond favorably.
Oh, this woman is a disaster neurolinguistically. Every time she flips her hair, shakes her head. This is another one. I would need 3 minutes across an interrogation table, and I would have her eating out of my hand. Okay, because I could see her lies before she's even saying them.
Favorably. And so whether we called it a goal or not, that's what it was. That's what parenting was. That's what was there. It's what we worked toward. Loving our kids, showing up for them, being this great parent so that we would turn out these good citizens. It
was just nothing but a great parent. I have no idea why my kid copes with drugs and alcohol. None, no reason. Because this all happens in a vacuum, right? Buy my book.
Lovely, kind people who we could be friends with as adults, who would do great things in the world, and that we can.
So we could be friends with. You shouldn't be friends with your children. See, this gives you the kind of that boomer mindset where they wanted to be friends with us, but friends don't always a friendship relationship is much different than what's supposed to be a parental relationship. Friends come and go. You're lucky if you have, what do they say? You're lucky if you keep one good friend from your childhood for the rest of your life. Friends come and go. So what kind of goal is that to try to be friends with somebody? Friendships are the hardest relationships to keep. They're hoping on their blood relationship somehow being a cover for being a shitty friend. Because if this is the best you can do as a friend, you got some shitty ass friends.
Continue the cycle of life with. And unfortunately, if you've come across me in my work, then you probably have one or more adult children who it hasn't gone so well.
One or more. How does that happen? Just happens, right? Not as a reaction to your abuse, to your narcissism, to your personality disorder, to your refusal to take any accountability for your actions whatsoever. None. That's why you're estranged, because you refuse to take any responsibility for your actions. None. We were just loving great parents, huh?
They've turned out to be addicted or mentally ill or
crazy. That's it. You're either addicted or you're crazy. Which we've been getting called crazy since we were children anyway. That word means nothing. Mentally ill means nothing. Addicted, if you're addicted, it's because you're trying to cope with something. What are you trying to cope with? Your abuse, your neglect, your whatever, your narcissism that you have projected onto us, taking zero responsibility for. It's mothers like this. It's people, like I said, it's people like this when you watch a show like Beyond Scared Straight or Scared Straight or any of the other ones. These are the parents. These are the parents they're talking about. Why are you disrespecting your mother? Gee, I don't know. And you think, and I feel bad for the inmates too. Because a lot of those inmates are in there. Why? Because they were abused as children. The same reason they ended up in prison is why those children are there, okay? The reason why they're lashing out at their mother, okay? Don't think those prisoners that are yelling about mama, about lashing back at the mother or mama, okay, didn't do the same thing to their mothers. And in most instances, rightfully so.
Abusive, estranged. And so that the goal of parenting...
And again, the sad background music for effect, like booty hooty hoo. Booty hooty hoo.
Went unrealized. And it hurts. And all that output of energy, that whole souled activity that spanned decades for us. They find themselves with this feeling.
It spanned decades for them. What about for us? It's our entire life. It's our entire life, which also spans decades. Meaningless to these people. Refusal to accept responsibility for anything.
Parents find themselves with a feeling that comes from that loss and that failure of what's the point? And I talk about that in this book, in Beyond Done with the Crying. That if we could step...
Beyond done with the crying. Oh, I'm done with the crying and now I'm beyond done with the crying. Pity me. Pity me. I'm done. No, we're done. That's why we're estranged from you. Because we're done. They're trying, and again, they're trying to take that power back. To say, no. I'm done. I'm done. You know what? We don't care if you're crying. We don't care if you're sad anymore. Just go be sad somewhere else. Go be doing whatever you're doing somewhere else, away from us, out of our sight, out of our mind, out of our memory. Go ahead.
About so boldly and profoundly and believe so much and give it so much of our time, energy, love, work, money, on and on.
Money, there you go. Work, love, there it is. Money. Notice how she emphasized money. Did nothing. No responsibility whatsoever. It's all on the children. Just evil children running around, right?
And it fail. Then why bother with anything? If that could go wrong, then anything will. And so we lose belief in ourselves.
Like, she's like probably the most delusional out of all these ones I've looked at so far. Because she's someone who doesn't acknowledge anything wrong that they've done. Anything. It's all just love. It's all just love and their heartbreak. Not a shred of concern of what we're actually have going through. None. Buy my book.
And we probably even think deep down, most of us do, at least in the beginning, this has to be my fault. And there's plenty of people out there, I'm sure you've seen them, plenty of people out there that will echo that sentiment that we had to have done something wrong or this wouldn't be happening to us.
Yeah, because you did it wrong. Because it is your fault. And now here it is. Here's the elixir. No, it's not. It's not your fault. It's your evil children.
And so we feel that. And we beat ourselves up. Even when we know deep down we really were good parents. And that feeling can bleed into the rest of our lives. And that's why much of the work that I do to help parents...
Do you see how this is a self-soothe. The hair with women, that is a self-soothe when they are lying. Because she is thinking about the abuse she did to her own children. Because she knows what she's saying is bullshit. She knows what she's saying is a complete lie. Once upon a time. Once upon a time, there was a parent that didn't abuse their child, and the child still turned out to be garbage. Fairy tales. All of it. Fairy tales. Her books are nothing but fiction. Put it in there. Put it over with the fiction section, okay? Next to Alice in Wonderland and Snow White and whatever other fairy tale starts off with Once Upon a Time.
Parents like me, because I know what that's like. One of my 5 children went awry. I know the devastation that goes with that. I've been there. And much of my work is about clearing away the gunk that goes with such a devastating trauma around a goal that we may never have labeled as a goal, but that's what it really was. This work toward a beautiful relationship.
And I'll tell you this, when they talk real softly like this, I guarantee you, what voice did the child that went no contact actually hear from you? Is this how you talk to your children? I doubt it. I doubt it. I wonder what their side of the story. I would love to find one of these children who's connected to these estranged parents making these videos and hear their side of the story. Because I guarantee you they'll say, I don't even know who this person is. It's not how that woman ever talked to me. I could hear the suppressed rage in her voice as she talked. When they talk that sweet vocal fry, it's a suppressed rage lying underneath.
That we would have forever with children and grandchildren, and the realization of the dream that we put our heart and soul into all those years of parenting.
All those
and that's
years.
The goal that went so badly. And the bottom falls out. And so we have everything that we...
I did nothing but love and do everything perfectly, and yet the bottom still fell out. That's who you think you're talking... Now, am I saying that could never happen and has never happened? Of course not. I'm sure there's people that are just born bad. Okay. Is it anywhere near a majority? No. Is it enough people that you're writing 3 books about it? No. All you're doing is giving more abusers an elixir, a cover, so they don't ever have to face responsibility or take any responsibility for their own abuse, for their own screaming, yelling, competing, physical, sexual, psychological abuse that they have perpetrated for decades on their own children. If I had to guess, the child that doesn't talk to her is a daughter who she competed with her entire life.
Believe in. And it's tough to believe in a new dream and then to put ourselves out like that again. To put ourselves out there is huge. And sometimes it even connects to things we tried in the past, once upon a time, that failed, or we didn't receive the support we needed. And so it...
From who? Support you needed from who? From the child? Because it's your job to support the child, not the other way around. See, again, if you just let them talk and listen to what they're saying, they confess. It's always they're always going to tell you what's really going on if you'll just stop and listen for a second. Who's supposed to be supporting who in this relationship?
It hooks into all of that, and we have a hard time believing in ourselves again. So my work as a life coach, it's often about uncovering that, quote, trauma surrounding goals. As a parent, as a person, as a business person.
Why do these women all seem to have the worst fucking tchotchke on their walls? They're like all of them. Like they just loaded up with tchotchke and like and signs from Marshalls and Target about family and togetherness and you see those type of signs on somebody's wall in their house, turn around and run, because you're dealing with an unstable person.
So that even after everything's flat and the landscape of our life looks so desolate, you can believe again. You can believe in yourself. You can believe that you can identify and work.
When do these people ever not believe in themselves? Their whole lives is basically an homage to themselves. This is why they abuse their children in the first place, because everything has always been about them at all times. Again, and that is a power they would rather die than acknowledge or have to give up. Again, they will die on their goddamn high horse.
Toward a goal that you could actually succeed at. The good things could happen, that the universe or God would come forward and support you, that people would support you. And most of the time, people do want to help. And most of all, that you deserve it. That you deserve to achieve happiness, to find success at something.
The idea that these people, well, a lot of them boomers, okay, try to go a little lighter on boomers lately. It's not all of them. Okay, would believe that they don't deserve, that they think that you want us to believe that you have a problem believing that you deserve something. Really, that's the issue. You don't think you deserve things. Okay. No, the problem is you think you're entitled to everything.
Because you do. You deserve a good life. And at this point in your life, you get to use all the lessons you've learned all along and the resiliency that you've called upon. And if you need help, I can help you. That's one of the things I do, is to help people.
I bet you can.
To remind them who they really are, so that they can take charge of their lives and work toward.
Oh, I can hear the nasty in her voice. I can hear who she really is. Like, she can try the sweet talk, sing-song, vocal fry, but, oh, you can hear the underlying rage that'll, like that, will come out at the flip of a switch. It's just permeating right there at the surface.
Towards something new. And so, yes, get my books, the Done with the Crying series. And if you've read them or if you haven't, connect with me for deeper support if you'd like that. I do a series on goals that can help people. And at the very least, I hope you'll get my newsletter. It's free. It comes out monthly. Because I do work with all sorts of people, but my life's work is really about helping parents like me. Estranged adult children is a tough loss. And so
your real, and her real goal is helping other narcissistic abusers whose children have said enough. I want nothing more to do with you. And you're helping them what? Avoid any responsibility for any of their actions whatsoever. Again, another one that goes on and on and on without admitting to any faults whatsoever. None. This one, no fault whatsoever. Everything I've done, all the time, all the love, all the money. Ugh. And people will flock. And the narcissist will flock. The abuser will flock to her. The abusive boomer will flock to her. As you see. I mean, she's only got like 1,000 subscribers, 1,500 subscribers. This video's got like 8,000 views on it in 6 months. I got 31,000 subscribers. I'm lucky if I break 1,000. These videos, however, are like approaching 3,000. So these are getting noticed. Not as much as their videos get noticed. Not nearly, but for what's been going on lately, it's been a lot more.
I can help you get past all of that.
I bet you
and be
can.
done with the crying and move towards something better. So get the newsletter. I'll put all my information in the comments. And for today, I just hope that you will take kind care of yourself. Okay? I'll see you next time. Bye.
What a nasty one. Like, you could just feel the nastiness and the idea that these people need to be taught how to be good to themselves and how to be kind and caring for themselves is fucking fucking laughable. Insults my intelligence. Yeah, she's got 3 videos. This one's got 9,000. This one's got close to 8,000. This one's got 3,500 on 1.7 thousand, 1,700 subscribers, close to 1,800 subscribers. She's got 4 books and a website, Parents of Estranged Adult Children. And these people will flock. And these people will flock to her. But these are the same type of people. These are the mothers. Like when you watch a show, like I said, like Beyond Scared Straight, and you hear these kids yelling at their mother, disrespecting their mother, not listening to their mother, fighting back against their mother. These are the mothers they're talking about, that are now being lionized and being given a fucking pity party, and are getting now they get to watch their children get abused on national television for their own jollies and be told, oh, it's not your fault. It is your fault. Why are these kids acting like this in the first place? Oh, they're just angry. What are they angry about? Do they have a right to be angry? Somebody hurt them? They won't ask those questions. No. We must protect the abuser. So, once upon a time, whenever you hear once upon a time, it's a fairy tale. And these estranged parents do nothing but tell fairy tales. So a very fitting way to open up your video, sweetheart. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you to Ladies of Liberty for the contribution. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, something you'd like to expose, you'd like to set up a Skype, a phone call, have a private video made, you'd like to sponsor a video like this for someone who needs help and can't afford it, or just make a contribution to the channel in general to keep it supported, growing, and successful, because this channel survives 100% on contributions from all of you. Without you guys, all this goes away. So if you like what you see here and you want to see more videos like this, you know what to do with either the Cash App, Zelle, PayPal, and email links in the description box below. Also, please like and share this video wherever you can. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and be sure to click the subscription bell to be notified of all my video uploads. Also, be sure to subscribe to both my channels on Rumble. Follow me on Twitter and Telegram as well. I'm Ollie Matthews. This has been Societal Narcissism. Take care, everyone.